All right, Freedom Team, good morning. Welcome to our Tuesday Get More Transactions training here. I'm letting more people in. They just keep coming, which is good. Turn on your cameras if you can. It's always good to see everybody. Kimberly, hello. How are you? Down there in Pueblo. It's warming up. It's going to get in the 80s this week, Kimberly. Spring.
Yay, fine.
We go right from winter to summer here in
I know, that's the only thing
Colorado.
that drives me crazy. There's no
We don't get much spring.
intermediate
Yeah.
65, 70.
And there's more snow coming.
That's
You know that's happening.
Oh, I know. It'll kill my Easter flowers.
Yeah, that's what happens. Corey, hello, up there in Denver. Jim coming in down in Texas. Lydia out there in San Diego. Beautiful Southern California. Guys, let's get going. So kvCore, you know, first of all, if you're a guest with us, welcome. You're always welcome. We do this every Tuesday. This is not an EXP event of any kind whatsoever. It's just open to everybody, helping us take our businesses to different levels, new heights. And I am excited about this year. I think this year things are starting to turn. We've been really busy here. And, you know, I think people are getting used to these rates. I think, you know, they're coming out. They held off last year, and now's the time to do it. And I think we're going to have a busy spring and summer. So a great way to ramp up that business and a great way to bring in more business is with kvCore. It's provided to all of us. It's included here. If you're part of EXP, I know several different companies out there have now, you know, gotten on the kvCore bandwagon, pulling them in. In the news, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I remember they had an article calling it the Cadillac of CRMs. So it's a powerful platform. And today, guys, I'm really excited to have Anthony Robinson with us. Anthony, he's also an EXP agent, but he is just an expert at kvCore. In fact, he just got back from travel, and he was telling me, I forget how many cities and states, but all over the place training. He does train for Remax with kvCore, a lot of their different brokerages and stuff. Really just a kvCore expert, 20 years experience in software and app development, online marketing, e-commerce, technology, all kinds of stuff there. So anyway, he's going to share some things that can help you get this up and running pretty quick to bring in some now business and amongst other things. So Anthony, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'll let you share your screen. Go ahead and turn on your mic if you can, just so you know we don't hear you. There you go. You're on now. Anthony, thanks so much for being here, man. We appreciate it. Okay.
Excellent. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Let me make sure. Do a quick mic check. And you guys can hear me?
We hear you, and we see your screen. So
excellent.
Good to go.
Well, thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday again. Very happy to be here. I want to take a quick second before we jump and say, Jeff, thank you for reaching out. Thank you for the opportunity. This is something that I circled on my calendar, and I've been looking forward for the last couple of weeks. So I'm very excited. Believe me, you could hear it on my voice. Very excited to be over here because I will be able to provide you guys with some tips, some things that you guys can take right with you. And always good to spend time with my fellow agents, with my fellow ESP family. So thank you again for having me here. And if you are not with ESP, that's okay. Believe it or not, I spend my time literally traveling around the country, teaching Boldtrail and kvCore in various different brokerages. Everyone always asks me, come over. I'm like, I'm happy here where I am. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. This class is Jeff brought me in. Please, I want you guys take a quick moment, real quick, take a picture of this. Make sure that you save that you write it down. You're going to hear a lot about us. If you haven't heard about my website, believe it or not, before the end of this day, you're going to hear a lot about LearnKVCoreOnline. Is what I usually tell people is the Netflix of kvCore. Whether you are looking to binge watch something very quickly or you want to take your time learning about the platform, that is a resources. And we have currently over 59,000 registered agents on the platform that are attending my classes. You can learn more about that by just checking the website. Anthony Robinson, I will give you the 10-second story because I don't want to take your time about me, which is what I told Jeff. I don't even turn my camera on. because I tell people that it's not about me, it's about providing you with actionable resources, things that you can do right now to maximize and to grow your business. But yes, I have over 25 years experience in software and app development. I will probably bet the house that if you pull out your phone, there are probably about 2 or 3 apps in your phone right now that I was part of the development team. I've been in the real estate industry on the technology side for over 20 years, and I've done it all from onboarding system to MLS integration, IDS development, you name it, been there, done that.
You okay?
But for the last 2.5 years, my bread and butter, my sweet spot is teaching Boldtrail and kvCore. I also have personally developed over 5,000 add-ons to the platform. So I always tell people, believe me when I tell you, there's very little about the platform that I do not know. So you guys are definitely in great hands. So what are we going to learn this morning? Again, I like to jump right into it, but I don't like to spend a lot of time because time is valuable, especially for you guys, agents. We don't want to spend time just going around circle, trying to figure it out things. Let's just get to the things that matter. So this morning, we are going to spend some very little amount of time telling you about three things that you did not know about Boldtrail that are going to make you scratch your head. Things that you should know about, things that are perhaps preventing you from becoming more productive. So you need to be aware of those landmines out there. So we're going to cover some of that. Then after that, I'm going to tell you about 3 things that are going to make you super excited about the platform, that are going to make you want to jump in, want to make you allocate a specific time on the day to not only learn it, but to utilize it. So, and then at the end of that, we're going to allocate a little bit of time for questions and answers. So if anything that I didn't cover, you guys can say, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Where did I find this information? All right, we're good? Excellent. Put your phone aside. And this is when I tell people right before we get started, believe me, these are the root of engagement. You will, no question is a bad question. If you have something that you hear me, believe me, I do have an accent. It makes me smile when people think, say, you have an accent. Of course I do. No question is a bad question. You have something that I say that didn't make sense to you, raise your hand, put it on the chat, let me know about it. Let me finish the sentence, and as soon as I finish, I will address your question. I tell people all the time, there's no point of you being here with me if you're going to walk out of here more confused. So I want to make sure that you walk out knowing what I'm teaching you. Okay? Everybody good? Excellent. So let's get started. The first thing I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're realtors. I'm a realtor. Is you have your browser open. And I guarantee you that most of you have 50 tabs open, 8,000 things open. Do yourself a favor. Close everything. You are killing yourself. You're killing me. Close everything. You need to have 2 tabs open. Your website and your kvCore backend. So I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to open my browser. And you're going to see, check it out, one browser with kvCore backend and my website. Okay, that's it. You don't need anything else. I'm giving you the quick 10 seconds to get to that. All right. Give me a minute, get to that, and here we go. First thing first, as I say to you, and as I said, let's put this thing down. Let's talk a bit real quick about the Boldtrail kvCore buzzword that you're hearing around. About 1.5 years, kvCore decided to rebrand the platform. Not only rebrand the platform, but also break the platform into subsystems. There is a kvCore back office that is specifically for branch managers for brokerages, and there is also kvCore for recruiting. You may not see any of that because, like me, you are a regular agent. But kvCore decided to rebrand the platform, rename it as Boldtrail. So you probably hear that if you attended the ESPCOM conference in Miami, you may have heard during the conference that they are rolling out Boldtrail. So I'm going to give you the truth right now. Truth number one, there is no timetable for the rollout. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them lie to me that they're always going to be tomorrow, the day after, the week after. That's not happening anytime soon. They have no, if you ask anyone that knows anything, will tell you, yeah, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. As in right now, at this moment, today, March 25th, 2025, there is no specific timetable as in when the rollout will occur. So what do you do? Please know that kvCore and Boldtrail are the same platform. If you take right now the room where you are, if you decide that you want to paint it, what do? You take all your furniture out, you paint the room, and you put your furniture back in, right? So guess what? That's the same thing. Boldtrail and kvCore are the same platform. Matter of fact, I will show you to you so you could see that it's the same technology. They just changed the icon's color. So it's the same thing. So you are not missing anything out by not being in Boldtrail, by being in kvCore. It's the same platform. Is everyone clear with that? Okay? When they roll it out, what is going to happen is that you're going to wake up, just like your iPhone when you get an update, and oh my, it's a new update. And it's the same thing. It's going to take you 5 minutes to know where the icons are, and you're going to go good to go. All right? Everybody good? Excellent. So that's the thing. First thing that you needed to know, kvCore is going to be renamed Boldtrail. Their hopes is that by the end of the year, hopefully, everyone will be in Boldtrail. The platform is the same. God bless America. That's that. All right. So, second thing that they did not let you know about Boldtrail and kvCore. Again, I want to get those things out of the way right away so you know immediately. And I always like to get the sour things out of the way first so we could get to the good stuff. kvCore, when you add a person to your kvCore, or whether you add them manually, you add them, you import your database, whether you do a little bit of advertising and you're driving traffic to your website, two things that are happening. Your website is automatically communicating with those clients right away behind your back. What does that mean? Meaning kvCore have some technology called behavior automation. And what that means is that as your leads are navigating your website, the website is sending text messages and emails on your behalf. And you're like, wait a minute, have you ever got a phone call from a client and say, oh, I got these text messages from you, but I know it was you because it was not your number? That is because Boldtrail and kvCore are out there just keeping an eye on everything that the person is doing, and based on their behavior is automatically sending them text messages and sending them email. So the first thing that you want to learn right now, until you are ready for that, is that I'm going to teach you how to turn that off. Okay? So what you're going to do is that you're going to navigate into kvCore, and you're going to click on all marketing. If you are on the platform right now, I told you close everything. You're going to click on all marketing. You should see a screen that looks just like this. When you are in all marketing, you are going to find this behavior automation. Everyone there? Behavior automation. You're going to click on get started. Okay. First thing first, ladies and gentlemen, that you are going to do is that you are going to turn everything there off. And I will explain to you why. You're going to turn everything that you see there off. And let me give you the reason why you're going to turn it off and when you're going to turn them back on. Behavior gain automation is a subsystem of kvCore that based on the activity of your clients, the system is going to be communicating with those leads. We're going to be communicating with your clients. So if the person comes to your website after 14 days and they click on any property, the system is going to be sending a text message and an email. I want you to click on that little icon there that say edit. 14 days basic, I want you to click on edit. And I want you to read that text message. Tell me if that text message sounds like you. Okay, let me go back to it. You're going to click on edit. You see whether it's an email or a text message. Let's say the text message. This is the text message that is being sent out by the system automatically. Let me know if that sounds like you. Does it sound like you? Raise your hand. I could see you guys. Does it sound like you? No, I see people shaking their faces.
Not really.
Doesn't sound like you, right? So that is the first thing that we're going to do. Right now, everyone here is going to turn all these things off. You're going to make yourself a note. And in that note is that you're going to come back to this window and you're going to update all these text messages and all this email to match your communication style. Everyone here communicate and speak with people differently, right? Some people are more, I don't like to use the word aggressive, I call them more active. Some people are more active, they send more text messages, they're more personalized. Some people are more conservative. They like to just keep everything very professional, just by email and so forth. Nevertheless, this platform is talking to your clients in a tone that may not match your communication style. So that is the first thing that I want you to do. I want you to turn all those things off until you have an opportunity to edit them to match your way of communicating. We good? All right. Once you finish doing that, and you modify them and it match your criteria, match your way of speaking, then you have to identify when do you want this system, in which clients do you want this automation to occur? Meaning what? You add a client and you add a person to your database, you get a referral, you talk to the person and you meet them, you take them to see houses, or you have a listing appointment, you land the listing. And now you add them to your database and now they're clients, they come to your website just to look at their own home and they're clients. Do you want the system sending them text messages? Probably not, right? Once you're clients, we're realtors, we are control freaks. We want to be on top of everything. We want to make sure that we can manage every communication. Once that person is a client, you holding them very tight to you, right? So what you want to do is that you want to turn around. Once you have identified and fixed this, you want to figure it out which one of the status do you want to enable the automation. I will probably do it in active leads, new leads, and potentially prospect. I don't want this system to be sending text messages to clients, people that are on the contract, people that are already closed, because I already closed that transaction. There is no point of be sending text messages. Oh, I saw that you look at a property. Let me know if you want to go and see a property. They'll be like, wait a minute, we already talked this morning. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Does anyone here know the difference between a lead status and a lead type? A lead status is what I call it, where that person is from the moment you met them in the parking lot to the moment that you get your check. Where is that person in the transaction? From hello to closing. That's the lead status. You may meet a person and they are a new lead. I tell agents all the time across the country, that person is not a client until you sign the exclusive right to represent. People get confused all the time between, oh, they're my client. Just because you took them to see 5 properties, they are not your clients. Until they sign that paper, they are not your clients. Everyone that you meet, everyone that you add to your database is just a new lead. When do they become active? When you are communicating, when you are back and forward. When are they a client? When you sign that paper. Okay? So I probably will activate this for active leads, new leads, and prospect. Everything else, I will leave it closed. Any questions on that? Mr. Jeff?
Any questions, anybody? That all make sense?
Hopefully it makes sense.
It's so key to do what you're saying right here, because so much of the stuff that comes out, it does not sound like the way we talk.
It
who we
doesn't
are.
sound like you.
You know,
So I'm going to give you, so that is the first item that they did not tell you about. Second item, again, you add a client to the database, you add a client, you import your list of people, you import your list of people, and here you are trying to figure it out. The system add this database, and because they are a new lead, inside kvCore, there is a system called drip campaigns or smart campaigns. Different people, different coaches call it different. Some people call them drip campaign or smart campaign or marketing campaign. kvCore has a system built in that will automatically get triggered when a new lead or a person is navigating your website. So I want you all to go to marketing campaign or marketing, which is the 5th icon from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to click on all marketing. And you're going to see something there that says smart campaigns. All marketing, smart campaign. When you click there, you're going to get this. Again, ladies and gentlemen, by default, our company, your company, if you're using Boldtrail or kvCore, has a number of smart campaign or drip campaigns that automatically are designed specifically to keep this customer engaged. The whole idea is to try to keep this lead warm, to try to keep the person coming back and forward, continue pushing them towards the end of the transaction. The problem is that many of you have never seen this before. But yet the website is sending emails, sending text messages, sending communication to your clients without you even knowing about it or without you customizing the communication or the message. So once again, I will ask that you go to each one of them and turn them off. Why am I telling you this? Until you have an opportunity to go into each one of them, customize them to match your communication style. You may want to learn how to create one of them. You may want to learn how to customize them differently. But please know that there are a number of campaigns. Again, a person coming to a website, by default, Boldtrail is sending 43 touches. And while they are great to keep a lead warm, to keep the communication going, if you don't know what is being said, you might as well be shooting yourself on the foot. So that's the second thing that I would highly recommend that you do immediately. Just go through each one of them and turn them off until you have the opportunity to learn how to customize it and address them to match your needs. Any questions? Everybody good? Excellent. Third item that no one ever told you about. Again, I told you, we want to get the bad stuff out of the way so we could get to the good stuff. Everyone in here, depending on which office you are, share a smart number. You heard about the smart number. We all share a number. Everyone here shares a number. That number is probably, depending how large your office is, can be anywhere between a couple of hundreds to a couple of thousands agents. I'm in an office that has 2,500 agents sharing the same number. Why is this number important for you to know? Is because, again, as the campaigns, once you turn around and you customize your campaign, once you enable your behavior automation, know that kvCore will be communicating with your clients via that number. So you need right away, when you are speaking to a client, when you're speaking to a customer, when you're speaking to a lead and you establish that communication, you need to make them aware of that number. You're going to say to the client, hey, Jeff, so listen, Jeff, here's my cell phone number. If you need any question, if you want to know the status of your listing, if you want to know where we are with the offer that we made, you can always call me directly. Here's my cell phone number. Please know that I also have another number that is going to be sending you market reports, that is going to be sending you property alerts. It's going to be communicating with you. That is my office number. So you have two ways to communicate with me. One by my office and two directly by my cell phone. You need to let your clients know about this number, because the last thing that you want to do is have that client say, listen, you call me from this other number. I did not know what it was, so I blocked the number because no one ever told me about that other number. Make sense? So right away, ladies and gentlemen, whether you put it on your business card, whether you put it on your marketing, whether you put it on your signature, you need to make those clients aware of that number. So when the system starts sending text messages, they notice you. Just say, hey, say my two numbers. Here's my office. Here's my cell phone. That way you can reach out to me either way. Everyone good? If you decide, like me, that you do not want to that you don't want to share that number, that you don't want to be in a rotation, you may want to add to purchase your own smart number. I'm going to go through that. I'm going to show you where that is. Please know that it's $27 per month, but you will get your own number. Why would that number be? Why may you want to subscribe to that number and pay the $27 a month? There are a number of agents like me that are very active with the whole testing. Everything that I do is pretty much through testing. I live in that environment where my clients are of the younger generation, and they do everything by test, and I do a lot of test marketing. I also have a life which ends at 6 o'clock every day in the afternoon. If you want to contact me after 6, I know where to be found. My smart number allowed me to separate my personal life from my real estate life. All my clients, all they notice this number, my smart number. That way I achieve two things: separate my personal life, and two, every communication with my clients, with my customers, with my lead is done through my smart number. That way I can separate everything. I can keep track of every text message, every email, anything that I've done with my clients is in a single location. I don't have to be commingling my personal life with my real estate life. Does that make sense?
It's really good. Lydia, can you you want to unmute yourself, Lydia? Go ahead and ask your question that you put in the chat here.
Oh, yeah.
You muted yourself, Lydia.
Whoops. I'm
There
sorry.
you go.
There we
you
go. Oops. Okay. Regarding the number that is assigned by kvCore et al. I'm a little confused. So you said that number goes to quote unquote the office.
Yes.
So how do I know that someone has made a phone call to that is one of my clients responding to a marketing piece?
Love the question. Love the question. So um, let's say you have your database, you upload your database of clients into your kvCore, right?
Correct.
A person dial that number. The system will automatically receive that phone call. It will scan all the agents in the office, everyone database, and identify where that lead is. And that is the order of that. That's where your phone will ring.
Okay. So then it rolls over, basically forwards to my personal phone, my cell phone number.
To you, correct.
Okay.
The lead is on. So you have your database with all your clients in there. They call that number. That lead will go directly to you.
Okay. Okay. Because somewhere I had heard that if you have an incoming call to one of those particular numbers, it can roll to anybody in the office. Is that an incoming person that that's not in my database then?
Correct. If a person, imagine you call, I don't know, you call JetBlue. Let's say somebody one of your family members work on JetBlue. You call 1-800 JetBlue. It will go straight to the corporate. Someone will pick up and say, who are you looking for? Unless you have the extension, which means you have it on your database, it will just rotate to the next available agent.
Okay. So anyone that's looking on my website sees something, is gives me a call to that particular number, then I would lose it because it could go to anybody.
If you do not have that person on your database, that person is a free agent.
Correct. Okay. So obviously we don't want to put that number out there.
So
Okay.
what you want to do, my dear, since you are asked a great question, you want to click on my profile. Everyone here, you click on my profile. You're going to click on edit profile. And you see what it say, work phone number and direct number. You want to uncheck those. Work phone number and direct number, you want to uncheck those. That way they do not appear on your website.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the other the other option would be that you could get your own smart number for $27 a month.
Correct. $27 per month. And they add a number of benefits to that. I'm just giving you the biggest benefit to that is that you are not in a rotation. That number belongs to you. If you decide for whatever reason you win the lottery, you decide to open your own brokerage, God bless you. And you want your number, guess what? You could take your number with you. That number belongs to you. Just like your cell phone, if you decide to leave Verizon and go to AT&T, you go to Verizon and said, I'm coming over. They will port the number. That's the key word. Port the number. They will port the number to whichever provider. That number belongs to you. So that number, whether I'm here with this company or I leave, this number will leave with me when I leave, if I leave.
Anthony,
Yes, sir.
now, when you manually put those in, you have to assign them to yourself, do you not?
You referring to the lead?
Yeah.
No, they
We're talking about,
automatically, when a lead gets added, we're going to get to that in a minute. Those leads
Okay.
are automatically yours. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I love what you said, Anthony, about getting your own smart number to be able to just separate you know, your business life from your personal life. I mean, every realtor out there that I'm including myself. I mean, you know, all of our clients, all of our prospects, everybody has our personal cell numbers. And so it's real hard to have boundaries in this business. Next thing you know, you're returning text and calls at 10 o'clock at night. And, you know,
Because and that is because we haven't set those boundaries.
right.
Because we haven't set those boundaries, because we haven't set those expectations.
Why am I so burnt out? I'm so burnt. Here's what happens, you know, over time.
You have it. Any questions regarding the smart number, regarding the behavior optimization or smart campaigns? Again, three things you guys did not know. You did not know that the number, again, is rotated. You need to have your leads there. So that way, if they call that number, it will come to you. You should turn the behavior optimization until you get an opportunity to make them customize it to sound like you. You should turn the smart campaign off until you get an opportunity to customize it to sound like you, to be as active or as passive as you are in your business. Good. Everybody happy. Now, the last thing, and if you are holding your coffee, I want you to put it on the table, put it down, don't hold anything, take any sharp objects away. All right, ready? There is something called vanity domain. The holy grail of our business is to be able to generate organic leads. How great is when you can generate organic business, when you don't have to buy the business, when you don't have to buy leads from Zillow, Zillow, from Trulia, from anything else, when you don't have to pay per click. In order for you to be able to be found by Google, in order for you to be able to be indexed by Google, you need to have a vanity domain. A vanity domain is your own website. Everyone over here has a website, and everyone here, let me make sure. Anyone want to volunteer the website? I promise you, I will just give you some great tips. Go ahead and write your website on the chat real quick, Miss Kimberly. Okay, this is a vanity domain. Let me take a look. All right, that's a great example. Love it. Noria's group, Noria, right? I'm going to take another one. Egostake.com. I'm going to take a few of these guys. All right. Okay, perfect. Got the second one, and let's just do the last one. Sorry, anybody else? You guys can come back. I will come back and I will give you my idea. Okay. So, all right, Brian Beckett. Perfect example. I got 3 great examples. I'm going to share with you right now a couple of things. Noria Rios and Miss Simbly. Is it Simbly or Kim? I thought we were a K. Oh, Simbly. Okay. Miss Moore. If your website is a subdomain of your broker, meaning Simbly Moore, and I can never pronounce that last name. That's heavy accent of mine. Trust me, my dear. You will have to pronounce it for me.
It's pronounced Kimberly and then more Devenins.
Devennis. Got you. Miss Kim.
There you go.
Miss Kim. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you right now the holy grail that if you could walk away right now and said, I have a meeting to go, and I'm sorry, love the training, but I have to leave, take this one right now. If your website is a subdomain of your company, meaning you are a subdomain of ESP or Wyker or Remax or whoever you are with, if your website is a subdomain, Google is blocking you. You will never generate a single organic lead ever. If your website is And if you are doing what Miss Kim is doing, which is she has a domain, knowyourgroove.com, right? And when you press enter, you are redirecting the person to your board kvCore website. Google is penalizing you. And I will explain to you right now. Imagine my great friend Jeff and his wife decide that they want to go to Jamaica in the middle of the winter. They want to go to Jamaica for a nice getaway. They want to love it. They want to go get away from the cold weather. And then when they get there, the wife say, honey, I'm going to go to sleep. Wake me up when we get there. I'm just too tired. They're taking the last plane of the night. And then when they get, and they go to sleep, plane take off, plane land. And when they land, instead of being in Jamaica, they land in Alaska. How would they feel? Jeff, how would you feel?
Not good. I want to be in Jamaica.
You wanted to be in Jamaica.
Me too.
Yeah.
If you turn around, ladies and gentlemen, and you are doing this, if you have a website, a domain register, and you are redirecting that domain to your subdomain with ESP or Wycott or whatever you're with, ladies and gentlemen, Google is penalizing you right now. You will never generate a single organic lead. You will
Look at
never
that, because I
find,
haven't.
you will never make a single buyer. Without the vanity domain, which is this, without the vanity domain, which is what our dear friend Brian Decker has, right, Brian? Brian, if you're there, view yourself real quick.
I'm sorry.
There you go, Brian.
Yes.
So Brian Decker did this. Brian went into kvCore. He went to the marketplace, kvCore marketplace, and he signed up for the vanity domain. Right, Brian?
Correct.
Brian went in, and first thing that Brian did was, and you're going to write this down, those of you that haven't done it, you're going to go to GoDaddy first. You're going to purchase a domain. I see many of you already have a domain purchase. After you purchase your domain, you're going to go to Boldtrail Marketplace. Boldtrail Marketplace, and you're going to locate the vanity domain. When you are the vanity domain, you're going to click, you see, $11 per month. You're going to click on buy now. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to fill out all this paperwork. Brian already went through that, right, Brian?
Yes.
It took him about 10 days, Brian?
It's been so long ago, I can't remember.
There you go. God bless. It's going to take about 10 days. And 10 days from now, your website will be just like Brian, that instead of being a subdomain of the company, it will be your own website. So let me show you the benefits of that. So for example, and I'm picking on you, Miss Rios, and believe me, not picking on you. So I'm just going to take Miss Rios' domain, and I'm going to do the following. Site, colon, followed by the domain name. Site, S-I-T-E, followed by the domain name. You see this? Nothing. What I just typed, I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see it. Let me make it bigger so you guys can see exactly what I just finished typing. Give me 1 second. Let me open a brief notepad here. What I typed was this: site, colon, and the domain name. Make this bigger. You could write this down yourself. Site, colon, followed by the domain name. Write this down. If you do that on your own domain, you will be able to see what traffic, if any, Google is reading from your website. So if we do the same thing with Mr. BrianDeckerHomes.com, if I do the same thing, you will see just BrianDecker.com. You see this? Tens and tens and hundreds of pages that Brian is now getting indexed. You see the difference? If you do not have a vanity domain, Google will never find you. You are dead on the water. You are lost in space. Miss Kim,
Yes.
you have a question, ma'am?
Oh, no, I'm livid right now at the gentleman that I purchased him to do my website and be able to connect it to kvCore. Number one, it's 9 months later, it's still not done. Number two, he's supposed to be an expert on kvCore and he never ever told me to do this. And I would have been completely wondering why I have not gotten any Google calls. So this totally makes sense. So yeah, I'm just flabbergasted right now. That I haven't, because I've been wondering, I'm like, what is going on? I'm not getting anything from Google. So this makes complete sense. And, yeah, so I'm just a little upset.
I'm so sorry, ma'am.
That's okay. I appreciate this. And after this, I'm gonna call the gentleman. We're gonna have a conversation. I'm about ready to say I want my $3,000 back.
I am very sorry, my dear. What is your, this is your site.
Yes.
Okay. You should definitely reach out after this class. I will help you with some of these things. Okay.
Yeah, because I paid him to do a whole new luxury site, and
I reach out after this.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Is everyone clear? So we went through these 4 very sour things. I want to get this out of the way so we could go now to the good stuff and everyone can smile. All right, so let's recap. We know about the vanity domain. Ladies and gentlemen, with the session of my dear friend Brian Decker, who already done it a long time ago, God bless. If you do not have a vanity domain, before you get off your chair, before you get off your, I'm not even going to say the rest, before you get off your ass, you are going to go to Boldtrail and you're going to fill this out. Do it. Do not hesitate. Don't waste your time. Do not procrastinate. This is a must have. Without this, you are doing nothing. You are shooting, you are hurting yourself. This is a must have. Just like water, just like air. If you are an agent that is looking to get anywhere in this business, you must have a Google presence. If Google cannot find you, nor will potential clients. We're good?
Really good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Great stuff.
Okay, well, thank you very much. It was nice meeting you guys. Have a great day. All right. So we got that done. We learned about the, you know about the, you know about the behavior alert, you know about the smart campaign, right? You're going to get back to that later on. You're going to modify it. And once you're comfortable, you turn them back on. We got that crystal clear. Thank you very much. All right. Let's talk about lead generation now. Let's talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about stuff that make us money. Let's see who wants to turn around. Who wants to tell me? Let's talk about where do we generate business. kvCore. A person gets added to kvCore. 1 second before that, just reading a quick message. If there's a number we can call for Google, they're requesting a video from me. Let me just real quick, if Maria Garriolos, Maria? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Maria, just stick around at the end of the class in the Q&A. I'm going to give you the answer to that. I'll give you a specific answer. Lydia, also the question about a non-ESP website. Does Google have a presence? I will definitely check in on that. So at the end of the class, at the end of this, we're going to do a quick Q&A, okay?
Thank you.
Just put a pin on that. Don't leave without the answer. People get added to our database, to our kvCore 3 different ways. Number one, you add the person manually. You meet someone, you get a referral, you know someone, you put a postcard, you do a flyer in the newspaper, somebody call you, bam, they're in the phone with you, and now they are, you're gonna add them to your kvCore. You're gonna click on the very top of your screen and you're gonna click on add contacts. And we're gonna do that together right now. Okay? You're gonna click on add contact, a window like this is going to open. So I want everyone to add a new contact right now. You can add me if you need to. Okay? First name Anthony, last name Robinson, email address, sellwithduran @gmail.com. Excuse me, Anthony@sellwithduran.com. Anthony@sellwithduran.com. Make it a little bigger for you guys to see it. Okay? Let's get a phone number. 305-792-8598. 305-792-8598. Right? Boldtrail kvCore is asking you 3 questions. Do you have permission to contact and text that person, email, and so forth? Why is the company, what is the platform asking you that? And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the way in which ESP, Remax, whatever you're with, is protecting themselves from any potential lawsuit. It's also the way in which Boldtrail kvCore protect themselves from a lawsuit. If you say that person give me permission to call, text, and email, and you didn't get permission from that person, and there's a lawsuit down the line, guess who's going to be holding the bag? You are. So please, I make fun of this, but this is not funny. If you do not have permission from that client, do not contact that client. There are a number of municipals out there that are cracking down on this. Okay? There are a number of municipalities and cities that are cracking down in agents, cracking down on soliciting calls. So if you do not have permission, do not add them. But if you do have permission, yes, 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 I'm giving you all permission to add me and say yes. Okay? Next, lead type. People calling lead type, I call this transaction type. What kind of transaction are you making? Are you representing a buyer or a seller? Or is a renter? How many times have you represented a seller who's also looking to buy something? Or a seller who say, I am looking to buy, I need to sell my house, but if I don't, but the interest rate are too crazy, I'm not going to turn around. I am going to turn around and and rent something. That seller is also a renter. So a lead type is what I consider to be a transaction type. Okay. So this person is a buyer and he's also a seller. He's a buyer, a seller and a renter. because he's looking to sell something, but if he cannot find something, he may want to rent something. Everyone clear on the lead types? So now I'm going to give you a marketing tip number 1. Raise your hand. I can see if I could see all the people on the camera. Let me see if I could see as many of you as possible. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Many of you as possible. Raise your hand if last year you did, let's say, 10 transactions. Okay? 5. Okay? Let's see, Miss Kim. Out of the 10 transactions that you made last year, how many of those transactions do you represent both sides of the transaction? 3. Miss Nora?
1.
1. Anybody else want to tell me? You don't have to do 10. Anyone else want to tell me how many of those transactions, out of the total transactions, do you represent both sides? Only 3. How many transactions, Mr. Brian?
So I think it was like 26.
26. And you only did 3 where you represented both sides, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a very funny question. So when you take a listing, who is your audience?
Well, I mean, the
ready?
general public, but a lot of my, even a lot of my internal clients within my own system.
Okay, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, you take a listing, the records have shown that over 70% of your transactions are being handled by the other side of the transaction, by an agent. Your audience are agents. Your audience are agents. You are chasing the wrong people. Isn't our job to sell the property? You have a listing. Your job is to sell it. Your job is not to be selected on who you're going to be selling the house to. You take a listing, the first people that you should be hitting is your real estate community. What does that mean? You're going to hear me say this in a lot of my classes. It means, ladies and gentlemen, that you should be adding every person, every agent that you know from here to Kingdom Come to your database. So when you take a listing, guess who's the first round of people you should be contacting? The agents. Mr. Jeff, you never heard that one before? Jeffy just laughing. So ladies and gentlemen, you should be adding every agent. I guarantee you that most of you ladies, if I take your purse and I shake it up and down, I guarantee you that about 20 business cards are gonna come out of that purse, right? I see the ladies shaking their heads. Because we guys, we just throw it out. We don't even put it in our wallet because we can't see down. You're going to be adding every single person that you meet. Every person that you touch is a potential transaction. You need to start getting on the mindset that every person that you cross, you go to Starbucks, instead of paying with cash, you give them your business card. You go to the gas station, the guy is pumping your gas. Hey, by any chance, listen, I know you're not looking, but if your cousin is looking for a house, here's my business card. You need to get in the mindset of selling. Anybody that you touch is a potential transaction. You need to start being selecting about who you are looking for or who you want to work with. Okay? So you're going to add everybody up. After you select the person, You don't have to worry about the lead status because every single person, Boldtrail kvCore will make them as a new lead. Who owns the lead? You do. When you add a lead manually, the system will automatically add it to you. Okay, clear? And here is one of the most important part that you're going to get right now, a PhD on this. So you get on the phone with a potential client, the person tells you, "Hey, well, Anthony, I'm looking to buy something. I'm looking to buy something right now." And they said, "Okay," and you get into the buyer's mode. You know what I mean by that? You get your mindset change. You're in the buyer's mode. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what is the question that you're asking? Just throw me some questions. What's your budget, right? How many bedroom? How many bathroom? Which area? You need a backyard. How many car garage? How many, right? Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, what's your timeline?
what's your timeline? Ladies and gentlemen, every single thing that that person answer you, everything that they tell you, anything that comes out of the mouth is a hashtag. You need to get in the business and adding hashtag. Hashtag is the most powerful system inside kvCore. A person tell you, "I'm looking to buy a house, 600,000 in Dick Sales, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom with a big backyard because I have a dog and I have a car." What are some of these hashtags that I just mentioned? Hashtag Dick Sales. Hashtag 600,000. Hashtag 3 bedroom. Hashtag 2 bathroom. Hashtag big backyard. Hashtag dog lover. Hashtag 1 car garage. Anything that they tell you is a hashtag. Why we doing that? So as your database grow, when you are in the business and you need to go and locate that person, you don't have to scan through the whole phone book. You take a listing and that listing is for 600,000. Now you're looking for all the people in your database that are looking for houses 600,000. Do I need to scan everybody? No, I would just enter the word hashtag 600,000 and the database will give me all the clients that are looking in that price range. Does that make sense? Anybody that you add to your system has a hashtag. Anything that they tell you is a hashtag. Once you add the hashtag, you're going to click on add contact. That person will be added to your database. Let me show you what happens. So you said, "Okay, Anthony, so I added all the hashtag. How do I search for them?" Right? You're going to go into your all contacts. All contacts. And if you turn it around and you enter and the search hashtag Dick Sales, excuse me, guess what? All the people in my database that had the same hashtag will come up. Hashtag is a great way for you, ladies and gentlemen, to segment, categorize your clients. Questions? Everybody good? I give you the next tip. Ready? Tip number 2. Marketing tip number 2. Well, as you notice, I don't put my camera on. And me and Jeff was having this conversation at the beginning. Before you guys came in, I never put my camera on because I always tell people it's about you guys. It's about helping you. It's about helping you reach your potential. So I'm going to give you another marketing tip. Now, I will probably go on a limb and say that 90% of you have an iPhone or an Android phone, right? Unless you have some Mickey Mouse phone, you have an Android or an iPhone. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you need to start utilizing all the resources available in front of you. Which means you're going to open a brand new tab. You're going to open a brand new tab on your browser. And you're going to write the following. You're going to write contacts.google.com. Contacts.google.com. And you know what that is? That's every person that you have ever touched base, every email, every phone, everything that you have out there. You see that? Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Okay, I think Tracy said it.
that's crazy. Okay.
Can you see my screen? Let me see.
Yeah, we see it, Anthony.
Okay. Contacts.google.com. How
Okay.
many contacts do you have in there, Mr. Jeff?
Here, I didn't do it. I'm sitting here watching you. Go ahead.
Anybody else?
Let me put mine in.
I only have like 10. I don't understand why.
264. Click what he
I
say.
have 32.
Okay. Do you have an iPhone, sir?
No, I'm Android.
Android. Okay. So you need contacts with an S. Contacts.google.com.
I only have 10.
Okay.
It takes
What are you going to
sign
do,
in
ladies and
Google.
gentlemen? You are going to, if you have an iPhone or you have an Android, you may need to set up your setting to synchronize your phone contacts with your Google account. Okay.
Got 3,535.
3,535. Miss Tracy Boss Mover Week 826. You know what that means? That right there, 826. Everyone here heard the expression. Everyone here heard the expression. When you do a survey and they give you a 3% over and under standard deviation. Yes? No? 3% standard deviation. 826 and 3%. That is 24 deals. What does that mean? If you are 824 six people, you should do the following, ladies and gentlemen. Once you get your contacts synchronized with your Google account, you should click on this little icon that say export. You see the icon that say export? You're going to click on the icon and you're going to export that file. What do you think we are going to do with that file?
Import it.
Oh, yeah. Why are we shooting ourselves in the foot? We are walking around with leads in our pockets and you are not even utilizing them. You're going to export those leads. You're going to click on CSV file and you're going to export them. That's going to download to your computer, right? This is what you would do. Once you download the file, you're going to get a bunch of things, right? You're going to download a bunch of files. You may want to clean the file a little bit, remove all the creeps, remove all the family members, remove all the people that you don't care about. Okay? Once you finish cleaning your file, if you care about that, the next thing that you're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to go to kvCore. You're going to click on Lead Engine, kvCore, excuse me, kvCore Marketing. kvCore Marketing, always make a mistake on that. kvCore Marketing. This, I do it again. Keep doing it all the time. You're going to go back to kvCore. In the lead engine, you're going to see something called bulk import. kvCore lead engine bulk import. Okay. And you are going to click on bulk import, and they're going to give you two choices. Choice number one, let us handle it. Choice number two, do it yourself. You see that? Tell me which one do you think I'm going to tell you to do?
Them.
Anyone?
Let them put it
Let
in.
them do it.
Let them do it. Don't turn into a geek. Don't waste your time. Don't go there. Let them do it. You paid enough money for this. You have enough to do chasing people around. You're going to click on Submit File, and you're going to fill out the paperwork. There's no paperwork. You're just going to fill out this information. Who owns the lead? I'm an agent. I'm in the United States. These leads are mine. I own these leads. And you're going to submit your file. And they're going to take that lovely database that you've been doing nothing with and add it to your kvCore. So now you have a database of people there that you could target. And once you get your vanity domain, because none of you knew about this morning, what do you think is the first email that we're going to be sending out? Mr. Chris Harris, tell me. Go ahead.
My new website.
Bam! There you have it. My new website. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to chrisharris.com. My new website where you could learn everything about the marketplace in this area. Right, Chris?
That's right. Absolutely.
And now you're taking those people and you're turning them into potential new clients. Questions? Mr. Jeff Parrish, I see you kind of thinking about a question. Go ahead, sir.
No, I'm good. I'm just, this is all
And
really good stuff.
Mr. Jefferson Parrish. Jeff? I guess Jeff.
Oh, Jeff. Oh, there you go. I see you talking
Jeff,
about.
can you unmute yourself? I thought you were going to ask a question. There you go. Nope. Oh.
On his phone. Chuck.
Okay.
Can you
Jeff.
unmute yourself, Chuck? That's Chuck, actually. There you go.
There we go.
Hey,
You have a question, Jeff?
no question. I'm just
Okay.
watching. Great information. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So you learned, so you added your lead manually. You added your lead manually because you're talking to the person on the phone. You imported your lead because you have them all sitting on your phone. And and please, if you do not have a way to synchronize your contact, please feel free to reach out after the class. I will walk you through the process of doing that. Okay? But you know that you're going to synchronize your contacts and you will import them into your database. When you get your vanity domain, that is going to be the first people you are going to hit. Hey, I got a beautiful brand new website. Come check it out. Forward to your clients, forward to your cousins, everyone. You need to get in selling mode. That was tip number 3. Let's go to the next one. So everyone here has a website. You click on your website and you have a beautiful website. Some of us paid thousands of dollars to get it done, and they forgot to tell you about the vanity domain. I feel bad for Kate. I'm going to reach out to her after this and take care of her. Everyone over here was given a website by your broker, by your contact, by your agency. If you do not know what your website is, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to click on the top right-hand corner, right where your name is, and you're going to see your website address. You see that? And that's going to open your website. This is my website. Yes, it's a kvCore website, fully customized by me. And yes, I teach people how to do this for free. You could learn that on my website, and you could learn how to, let me give you the website so you could look at it, and you could give me, I'm going to take a sip of my water, and you could let me know what you think of the website.
Yeah, it really looks great.
So everyone here has a website that you can customize, that you could brand to be more like you, to be more about your style. You then turn around and you advertise your website. Where is that you are going to be advertising your website? Ladies and gentlemen, the first stop is all your social media accounts. You should be utilizing everything that is free out there. Before you put your hands on your pocket, you should be taking your website and posting it in every social media outlet that you have access to. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, you name it. And then you're going to ask me, okay, but what are we posting? So here comes marketing tip number 5. You need to get yourself in a habit of every week posting at least 3 times a week. And you're going to ask me, what can I post? What's the first thing that you should post on Monday morning? New listings. Isn't that the time over the weekend realtors land listing and they run to Monday morning, they run over the weekend to add the listing to the MLS? Right? Ladies and gentlemen, Monday morning, you should be posting new listing, and we're going to get to that in a minute. You should be posting in a squeeze page for new listings. Every Wednesday morning, every Wednesday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, you should be posting what? Price deduction. Absolutely correct, my dear friend Tracy. You should be posting price deduction. Every Thursday, we are people, we are programmed. If you were not a realtor, Thursday afternoon, you are programmed for ready for the weekend. You don't even know that it's Friday. You already programmed that from Thursday. You already know what you're doing this weekend. Right? Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Thursday, you should be posting open houses, upcoming open houses. You should get yourself in the habit of posting 3 times a week a link to your website, inviting people to see the new listing, the price deduction, and the open houses. How are we going to do that? Real quick, let's get to some of that. First thing you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to open your Boldtrail, kvCore, and you're going to click on Web and IDX website settings. Web and IDX website settings. When you are in website settings, okay? And you are in website settings, the first thing that you're going to do, you're going to scroll down. You're going to scroll down, and there are a number of things, and I want you to find this specific area. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for those of us that are blind so we can see it. Right there. Forced lead registration. Do you see that? Forced lead registration allows the system to say, after this is, I'm going to force the visitor to register on my website after X number of clicks, after they view a number of properties. I'm going to put you right now in a mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, you work way too hard to generate business. You are driving traffic to your website just to push them away. If you post on Facebook, people just scroll. There's 8 billion things to look at in Facebook and in every other social media. If they saw your ad, if they saw your post and they click on it, there is what is called an intent. People don't click on something unless they are interested. You should be automatically force that person to register immediately. I know it goes to the contrary of what you may have heard on the past, but I'm going to ask you, what is it that you are looking for? Do you want 10,000 clicks or do you want 10 leads? What has more value to you? A visitor or a lead? If they come to your website, people say, well, I let them click on 5 properties. What about the three properties that they saw that they didn't like? And now they leave you. And guess what you have? Nothing. They want to work with you, they're going to register. If they don't want to work with you, they're going to go. There's plenty of other websites. They could go to realtors.com, Julia. But if they land on your website, why are you pushing them away?
It's good.
Change it to normal. Change it to normal, required after the first click. And click on save. Make sure you click on save. Next, mandate phone number. What is good is a lead if you can talk to the person, if you can call them. What good is a lead if you can call them? So what you're going to do, you're going to mandate the phone number. And finally, what good is a phone number if you don't know who to ask for? Hi, I'm calling the person that came to my website and registered, but I don't know the phone name. I just don't know who the name is. Ask the person for their names. So that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. Recap. First property. Mandate phone number and ask for the name. Is everyone good with that? So now that we set up our system to mandate these things, now what are we posting? So let's go ahead into lead engine. Let's go to lead engine, squeeze pages, lead engine, squeeze pages. And this is what you will do. And I'm going to give you the trick right now. I'm going to give you the trick right now. What I do is I open a notepad. See, like my little notepad right here. And I'm going to say open houses. Price deduction. Up. New listings. Okay. Open houses, price deduction, new listing. Okay, I'm gonna match. It's gonna say for the word or Dixie. Open houses for dig sales, price reduction for dig sales, new listing for dig sales. Why am I specifying the town? Anyone care to know? Ask. Why am I specifying the town? So I'm going to give you another little trick.
Is that your farming area?
The more, so yes, ladies and gentlemen, the more you grab, the less you hold. You all should be concentrating in about no more than 5 or 6 areas, depending on where you are in the country. Yes, can you serve the entire state of Colorado? Absolutely. But I'm quite sure that you probably have about 5, 6 towns that these are your go-to towns, right? If you open your browser right now, and if you open a browser, like right I'm in my browser, and I say, I'm gonna go to Google, and you could Google that with me. Google.com. See, show you my website. What are the towns that I'm targeting? See that? I'm a real estate agent in the state of New York. All the way from Buffalo to Staten Island. I sell everywhere. But I don't go everywhere. I'm probably about 45 minutes from Manhattan. And if you ask me to come and see a property in Manhattan, I will say, thank you very much. It was nice knowing you. I will forward you to somebody else. I will refer you to someone else. If you ask me to go to Queens, I will forward you to someone else. I concentrate in 2 specific towns, Dixie and Amityville. Those are my go-to towns. If you open a Google browser and say, how to list my home in Dixie, I want you to, Dixie, New York. Just Google that on your own computer. Don't do it on mine. Right now, Google that. How to list my home in Dixie, New York. Let me know who came up first.
That would be you.
You Google who is the top real estate agent in Dixie, New York. I'm going to show you this. This is, if anyone here ever heard of the word Google Search Console, maybe Mr. Brian Decker. Google Search Console is a way in which Google keeps track of all the traffic in and out of your website. Okay. See this? This is my website in 3 months. 59,000 impressions. I'm generating about, realistically, I am generating 30 solid leads. Out of those 30 solid leads, 5 of them are listing appointments. 30 solid leads, I'm talking about on the phone conversation with a person, in-person meeting. 5 listing appointments. You get that. I'm showing you that so you could see it yourself. So you could see it directly from my website, not in a slide, live.
Okay, how did you get there? I was typing in your stuff on my iPad, so I apologize.
Not a problem. It's the Google Search Console. We're going to get to that at the end in a minute.
Okay.
Just follow me. The important reason why I ask you to search for me and see it is because I want you to see it yourself that kvCore and Boldtrail has the ability to not only allow you to get ranked high on Google, but also generate business. And what was the first thing that we talked about that you need to get from GoDaddy?
The vanity domain.
A vanity domain. Without standing there you are not going to reach these numbers. You're not generate business. I want to reiterate, circle back to this to show you that you will be able to start generating business by having your vanity domain, by tagging it into the people that you know, by circling your website to your already database. Okay. So back to this quiz page. First thing that I do is that I create a little notepad that has open houses, price deduction, and new listing for the town. After that, I go to my squeeze page and I say, I'm looking for the town of Dick Sales. Come on, Dick Sales. You gotta wait. There you go. Dick Sales. Dick Sales. I'm going to click under the auctions and I want to say just listed. Under the town, Dick Sales, just listed. Dick Sales, the town, just listed. Yes, you could add the property type and all this other stuff. But right now, I just want to show all the new listings in that town. Okay? After you do that, you're going to turn around and say, when I click on this and I post this link into my social media and someone click on it, how many clicks do I want to have that person click before they can register? Anyone?
One.
One immediately. And at that point of time, you're going to generate your link. Everyone good? You're going to copy that link. And where does that link go? To my little notepad, right? So this is my link for Dick Sales, right? The long link, let me just make it smaller. This is my link for Dick Sales, right?
Okay.
Why am I saving this link? Because every week I'm going to use the same link and post it in all my social media. You don't have to recreate the wheel. The system will automatically update the properties and you utilize the same link. This is about working smart, ladies and gentlemen. After I created one, so that was for new listings. I go back to the platform and change the new listing to what? Reduced. And generate a link. Copy the link, and now I have my second link for price deductions. I got my new listing, I got my price deduction, and I'm going to do the same thing now for open houses. Remove that and change it to open. Come on.
Saw it in there. Anthony,
Open houses.
which drop down is this, Anthony? Where
Under the
under
options.
options. Okay. All right.
Generate the link, copy that, and now I have a open house. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my little sales sheet. That's my posting sheet. I've saved that on my desktop. What do I do every Monday? I grab my new listings and Dick Sales. I take that, copy. I open Facebook. Hide from people who want harassing me, but click on Facebook. Click on there. Click on post my link. Give it a second, and there it is. That link, I will post it in all my social media every Monday. A person click on that link, come to my website, increase traffic, increase my chances of me generating business. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every Monday, you generate a mark. Every Tuesday, on the second of the month, you generate market reports. Twice a month, you should be posting. Twice a month, you should be posting free property valuation. You need to start getting in the habit of providing services and tapping in every single outlet that you have access to. You need to walk away from the shame of posting. I don't want to post that because most of the people on my Facebook are realtors, and I don't want to do that. Who did I tell you is your audience?
Realtors.
Realtors.
Yeah.
You need to take away the shame of selling. We are in the business of selling people and making money. Any questions?
Anthony, do you leave that long link?
Nope. I take that off and say, check out. I take that off. And once the picture appeared, I say, check out. These great listings in Dick sales. Blah, 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 blah.
What do you do if you service a big city? If you're like in the big city?
I'm
Do
going to
you
be
not
city.
go
I'm gonna
by
be.
the
Go ahead.
zip code or?
So I will again, and let me show you guys again, Google Map. Just to show you. Real quick, sorry. So as you see, I'm in Long Island. Crap, okay. There you go. 1 second. So always there you go. This is Dick Sales right here. You see, Dick Sales is right here. When you are the secret to SEO, ladies and gentlemen, is to target a small community, target a small. Yes, you could be, if you are, let's say, anyone here familiar with Manhattan? Most people are. If you ever been to Manhattan, you know that if you are in Manhattan, you walk 3 blocks, you're in a different country. You literally walk from 10 blocks, from train station to train station, it's like a whole different country. You need to start picking apart the city, the neighborhood, the town into small communities. The smaller the community, the quicker that you will rank higher in Google. And the quicker that you have right in Google, the quicker that you could expand. You could say, instead of grabbing more, you're expanding out. Does that make sense? Pick one town, own the town. If you Google right now, I was walking down the street and I saw a little bird and he got hit by a car, and then the guy got out of the car, and you put the word Dick Sales, who you think will come up? How is that part? Is because I have created content. And when you go to Web and IDX and you click on blog, Web and IDX, you see my blogs. I have created, when it come back, there we go. It's about to come. It takes me about a minute. Come on, computer. There you go. Everyone see this right here?
Hmm.
What's the number right there, Jeff?
3,687.
That's 387 blog posts. And you know how many, want to know how many of those are regarding the town of Dick Sales? Probably about 400 of them are all about one town. You need to create content enough that Google will make you to be the authority for that town. Once you own that town, you move to the next town. So if you are in a big city, I will probably, you see, 445 of them are all about Dix Hills. You can create, and you will ask me, what should I write? A blog post about what? Ladies and gentlemen, you could write a blog post about every listing.
Good.
You could write a blog post about every single listing. If there are 500 listings in your town, write a blog post for each property. The more content you provide, the more Google will love you. Any questions? I told Jeff, we're going to be here for 3 hours.
It's good stuff, Anthony. I mean, we're running over, but I'm letting you go because it's so good. I mean, it really has been just excellent stuff. We do need to wrap it up here in a few minutes.
Yes,
'Cause I
yes,
have
we got
another
to do
webinar
that.
I
But
gotta get on.
I
So,
wanted to, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you were to ask me right now, I would tell you that we probably touch not even 1% of what the platform can do, not even 1%. There is so much that you can do with Boldtrail and with kvCore. The key parts of that is consistency. I spend my days, I show you my blog posts. You think that I created 1,000 blog posts right now overnight? It was not overnight. You need to get on the habit of creating a consistency. The same way that you wake up in the morning, and I can see many faces here that probably the first thing that you do is go grab that coffee. When you go and grab that coffee, you need to grab that computer and you need to make a blog post and you need to make a social media post. You need to get in the habit of providing content. You need to get in the habit of providing value. Without value, you are nobody. The person will go to the next person. I can speak for you guys for the next 5 days, but I will tell you, but rather than to do that, I'm going to wrap it off. I'm going to answer any other question. I'm going to take 3 minutes. And when I give you the 3 minutes, I'm going to introduce you, ask any questions you guys have. In the meanwhile, I'm going to invite you all to this website, LearnKVCoreOnline. When you have questions, please unmute yourself, ask me the question, while I at least tell you a little bit about my website. My platform, LearnKVCoreOnline, is right now the #1 premier resource for realtors on the country. We got over 59,000 agents registered on the website. Are we free? No. I'm going to tell you straight up, we are not free. But knowledge has a value. And I provide you guys with knowledge that have value to enhance and to make you better agents. Our system is a subscription base. Our system is a subscription base. It's $49.99 per month, month to month. Okay. Lydia, yes, you can create your website to the same concept. Lydia, you asked me a question before. What was the question, man, before?
Yikes.
Lydia.
Oh, I would have to go find
Yeah.
it. Can't remember now. Sorry.
Something about your website that you have another third-party website.
Correct. Yeah.
What is the name of that website, man? If you want
LydiaGBuchanan.com.
Lydia, you want to write it down? I'm gonna look for it
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. See if I can find it. There you go. This website right here. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful website. I could see that the same thing. So this is the problem with this site, Lydia, as beautiful as is. So you got one website that looks amazing, great website, and then you have kvCore in another place.
Yeah. Because
You
was part
should
of
be
it.
turning this website. This
Okay.
should be your Boldtrail website.
This should be my what website?
This should be your kvCore website.
Okay.
Because what's happening is that people are finding you through this, and then
Right.
you add them to kvCore, and then get being redirected to a different site.
Got it.
This should be your kvCore website.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper.
And a lot cheaper. Absolutely. You could take that money somewhere else, my dear.
Yeah, house payments.
I like that video. I might take that. I like that video. I could use the same video that I have it on my website. That's a beautiful website.
It's a great looking website.
Anybody else? Any other questions?
I have a quick
I have-
question.
Yes.
Regarding the, I was told that we had to download the Bold app. Is that correct for
No.
kvCore?
No. You could do it all through the website.
Through no, so we continue still using the
It's the same
kvCore
thing.
app.
Look, if I open Boldtrail, look at this. If I open Boldtrail, app.boldtrail, excuse me, app.boldtrail.com. Look at this. It's going to take me, see, app.boldtrail.com is going to take me to the same place. I'm going to enter my robinson.duran@esprealty.com. My password. Check it out. 3, 2, 1 is going to take me to the same place. You see? It's the same place. You see?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
KB, same exact place. It's no different.
Thank you.
Anthony, real quick to wrap it up, because you have a discount, right? For
Yes. So I have a discount. So ladies and gentlemen, so I have a discount. I have a discount. If you, ladies and gentlemen, decide that this is something that works for you, I will highly recommend, just on the level of just looking at your faces and the question that were asked, that you come in, that you take a moment, go check out the website. There are 3 things that I want to leave you with. Number 1, we provide daily classes on kvCore. I literally teach the platform every single day. Every single day, you could come to my website and attend any of my classes live, just like this, when you're going to learn hands-on, step by step with me. If you are a busy agent, God bless, you cannot attend the live classes. You could also watch all the courses recording in our website. And we have everything from getting started for someone who just need to walk through the process step by step, to very advanced website customization, to lead generation, where I literally teach you the entire system. Okay? You will start with the getting started and move your way across. If you're someone that has a little understanding of the platform, you could just use the live bootcamp. Those are 5 classes. It will get you to speed in 5 days. 1, 2, 3, go. And now you get the foundation. The other thing that we do provide is technical support. And you going to love this one. Let me log in and show you specifically what I mean by that. If you are a real estate agent, and how many times are you in kvCore and you have a question and you don't know who to ask, and you go to the workplace and all you get is 8,000 people try to sell you something? You could come to our website, and with what we had, ladies and gentlemen, we have support via Zoom and we have tech support. You could literally pick up the phone and be on the phone with me, and I will help you right now. So that is part of the benefits of being a subscriber to our website. Subscription code is ESP Realty. If you decide to subscribe to our website, it's $49.99 per month. But if you use the discount code ESP Realty, it will automatically bring it down to only $19.99. Only $19.99. And you will be able to save $30 each month. It is month to month. It is not a hard sell. You could subscribe for 1 month, and at the end of the month say, I have enough. I learned what I needed. Thank you very much. It was great. Goodbye. Any questions?
So good. Guys, I would recommend it to everybody. I mean, new agents, seasoned agents, no matter, I'm looking at this going like, holy, there's so much. Anthony, almost everything you did here today was new for me.
What was that, my
I've been here
friend?
for 7 years. So
There you go.
So I'm on the website right now. Where is it that I go into to register for it?
I give you the link right now. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to you right now, ladies and gentlemen, so you could get access to that. Okay, 1 second.
Gotta do it really quick because I gotta get off here.
Yeah. Get you guys out of here. Forever. Okay, create. 1 second. ESP Realty. And I'm gonna give you right now the direct discount code so you guys could turn around and use it anytime that you want. I'm gonna put it on the chat. I'm gonna put it right now on the chat so you could click on it. Here you go. ESP Realty. If you click on that chat, it will take you and it will automatically only charge you $19.99 each month the time that you are in our system. Okay?
Cool.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, any other questions? Nope.
Nope, thank you.
Anthony, thank you so much, man. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. I'm sure we'll be spreading the word on this because this is really
absolutely.
I might
And
talk to you
again-
too about getting this up on our Freedom Team website, where we could just really get this out to people, on a constant basis because phenomenal stuff. So, guys, the recording will be up by tomorrow. Okay, if you want to go back, a lot of info there. Definitely one of those ones you want to watch and pause and go in and do it and come back and play and pause and go back and do it and set up your stuff. Definitely worth doing. So
Good.
cool. Anthony, thank you. Thank you guys, everybody. All right.
Have
Thank
a
you so
wonderful
much.
rest of your days, everyone.
Have a great
All
day.
right. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.